Public debts and its impact on the national budget continues to generate debates among various experts. During the NTV Economic Summit, the debt matter still made it prominently into the agenda. Infrastructure remains the main reason for debt acquisition, but some seem to think the country might be biting off too much too fast.
It's not a bad thing to invest in infrastructure, but in hindsight, perhaps we took on too much that we could afford. Again, looking back, we could have prioritized, said maybe Karuma would come first, we'll take a pause, get into Isimba, and many others. That, front-loading projects is part of the results that we see now. Because year in, year out, we set targets, revenue targets that we cannot meet.
For the government, the worry is around the amount of money that goes into debt servicing, currently at 33% of the tax revenue collected, and very little attention seems to be paid on if the country can actually pay the growing public debts.
Our debt is largely external still. About 63% of our debt is external. Our debt is largely concessional. Still, 61% of the debt of Uganda is concessional, from multilaterals especially. Only 12% of our debt is commercial, and 28% is bilateral, mainly from China. And of the multilateral, our debt is mainly from World Bank, IDA, 56%. Then IMF, ADB, and so on. Those debts which literally it's about paying back the principal. The interest is negligible.
The Secretary to the Treasury illustrates how they are managing debt while still borrowing.
Now, instead, we are in the process now of borrowing about 500 million euros to replace about 2 trillion shillings, which had been planned for domestic borrowing. The cost of servicing this external loan will be half compared to when we borrow this money domestically.
It seems clear that the government is aware about the country's debt question. However, it is not evidently clear how much attention the government is paying to the growing public debt. Ismail Musa, Ladu, NTV Business.